What if I told you there's a simple spice, smaller than your fingernail, capable of getting warm blood circulating through your manhood again in just 60 seconds? I'm not talking about pills, prescriptions, or tricks. I'm talking about something natural, overlooked, and surprisingly powerful. For many men over 60, this tiny spice has reignited their energy, improved their circulation, and even restored the kind of intimacy they thought they had lost forever. I'm Dr. Ana Cardoso, a physician graduated from USP, a nutrology specialist from the Federal University of São Paulo, with more than 25 years of experience in men's health, and a researcher in the Department of Andrology. And what I'm about to share with you is not theory. It's exactly what I use with real patients every single day. Here's the strange part. This spice was used by warriors before battles and by men before intimacy for centuries. Yet modern medicine completely ignores it. Now, new science confirms what ancestral wisdom always knew. The hidden compound inside this spice can naturally increase blood flow and even outperform synthetic pills, without the side effects. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 essential truths: why erections weaken after 60, what is secretly blocking your circulation, and how just one clove a day can restore hormonal balance, energy, and sleep. I'll give you the exact 60-second method, the best time to take it, and what to expect after 7, 14, and 30 days. And stay with me, because the most important part, the one that ties everything together, comes at the end. Your health hasn't disappeared, it's just waiting to be awakened again. Let's begin. Before we dive in, make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another natural health tip designed specifically for men over 60. And if you find this video useful, write "Clove" in the comments. Your feedback helps me create better, more effective content just for you. Now let's start with the truth most men have never heard. If your erections have become weaker or less frequent after 60, it's not your fault. And it's not just aging. There is actually a clear, reversible reason this happens. Understanding it is the first step to regaining your strength. I'll never forget a man named Roberto who came to my office in São Paulo a few years ago. He was 67, retired, and sat quietly before saying, "Doctor, I simply don't feel like a man anymore." He wasn't asking for a miracle. He just wanted to feel alive again, present, confident, and connected with his partner. What he didn't know then, what most men don't realize, is that his situation is not unique. I hear the same story from thousands of men. After 60, the tiny blood vessels that supply your manhood begin to harden and narrow. These vessels are incredibly small, about the size of a hair. Any inflammation, stress, or poor circulation over the years slowly closes them. Erections don't disappear overnight. They fade little by little. And when that happens, your confidence takes a hit. But here's what matters most. This is not permanent, not irreversible, and certainly not your fault. Your body still remembers how to respond. It's just waiting for the right support, the right trigger, to open the blood flow again. No pill can restore this natural function forever, but nature knows how to heal. And one small, overlooked spice contains exactly the compound needed to start this process naturally in minutes. So what is this spice? And how does it work so quickly to restore blood flow in men over 60? Let me show you. When I started researching natural remedies for blood flow and intimacy issues in older men, I never expected to find something so powerful hidden in something so small. Then I discovered the clove, a spice I had seen in countless kitchens, used at parties, and almost completely ignored. What caught my attention wasn't just the centuries-old tradition behind it, but a compound inside called eugenol. Eugenol is what gives cloves their strong, warm aroma. More importantly, it is a powerful natural vasodilator. It helps blood vessels relax and open, especially the ones that have become tight, narrow, and stiff with age. This is exactly the problem we just talked about. Erections weaken because blood can't reach where it needs to go. Eugenol changes that, and the most incredible part is how fast it works. When you chew whole cloves, the oils are absorbed directly through the soft tissues of your mouth. Eugenol enters your bloodstream almost instantly. There's no waiting hours like with pills. Within minutes, men report a gentle warmth spreading through the lower body. It's subtle, not overwhelming, but it's real. It's the sign that blood flow is returning. I remember a patient, a 71-year-old man named Carlos from Belo Horizonte, who told me after 1 week of using cloves, "It's like something woke up inside me." That's the power of eugenol, not only improving circulation, but restoring the feeling of being fully alive again. Now that you know the secret ingredient, let me show you exactly how to use it, because how you consume it makes all the difference. When I first recommended cloves to my patients, I quickly learned that the method matters as much as the spice itself. One man, Enrique, 73, from Recife, was sprinkling clove powder in his tea and wondering why nothing was changing. I told him, "It's not just what you take, it's how you activate it." I guided him through the simple 60-second method. 1 week later, he called me, excited. He had felt warmth and energy down there that he hadn't felt in years. Here's exactly how to do it the right way. Start with 2 or 3 whole cloves, not powder, not oil, just the dried flower buds. Place them between your molars and bite gently until they crack. For the first 30 seconds, don't chew. Just let the oils mix with your saliva. This is when eugenol begins to be absorbed directly into your bloodstream through the soft tissues of your mouth. Then chew slowly for the next 30 seconds, releasing every drop of oil. You can spit out the remnants or swallow them. By the end of that minute, the active compounds are already at work. This method takes just 1 minute a day. No pills, no appointments, no waiting rooms. Just a simple kitchen ritual that supports circulation, calm, and confidence. But when you chew is just as important as how you chew. So next I want to show you the exact times of day that make this method even more powerful. Moments when your body is naturally ready to absorb and respond. This is where real transformation begins. Over the years, I've learned that timing is everything in natural healing. One patient, Geraldo, a 69-year-old retiree from Curitiba, was chewing cloves faithfully every day but seeing little change. When I asked when he was doing it, he said, "Usually right after lunch or before brushing my teeth at night." I smiled and said, "Let's adjust that." Once we changed the timing, the results came quickly. Deeper sleep, stronger energy, and firmer morning erections in just 2 weeks. Your body responds differently depending on the hour. The best time for most men is about 1 hour before bed. That's when your nervous system is naturally slowing down, blood pressure is stabilizing, and your body is preparing for hormonal recovery. Chewing cloves at night helps set the stage for deep, uninterrupted sleep, exactly when testosterone is produced. It also promotes calm, steady circulation that supports your reproductive system while you rest. The second best time is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It kickstarts blood flow, clears the fog, and lets you start the day with renewed clarity. Some patients even chew before exercise or intimacy to boost performance. It's like warming up the engine before you turn the key. Remember, this is more than a spice. It's a tool. And when used at the right moment, it becomes incredibly powerful. But timing is only one piece of the puzzle. If your body is stuck in a state of chronic stress, no amount of circulation support can fix what's really draining your strength. Let's talk about that next. I'll be honest with you. When a man tells me his energy is low, his drive is fading, and he simply doesn't feel like himself anymore, I don't always look at testosterone levels first. I look at his stress. Because what most men don't realize is that stress is the silent killer of hormones, especially after 60. I worked with a man named Donato from Rio de Janeiro who had almost perfect lab results but still felt completely exhausted. He was carrying family worries, financial pressure, and years of unresolved tension. His body showed it, not in blood tests, but in how he lived. Here's what happens. Under chronic stress, your body pumps out cortisol, the fight or flight hormone. Cortisol and testosterone are enemies. When cortisol rises, testosterone falls. That's why even a healthy man can feel lethargic, disconnected, or emotionally numb if stress is in charge. This is where cloves become more than just a spice. They contain a powerful compound called beta-caryophyllene. This natural agent interacts with special receptors in your brain, responsible for calm, balance, and emotional reset. Minutes after chewing cloves, many men report feeling lighter, clearer, and more emotionally stable, not sedated, but safe. And that safety is exactly what allows testosterone to rise again, because your body can only rebuild when it feels secure enough to stop surviving and start thriving. If you feel constantly under pressure, this little ritual can be the pressure release valve your system needs. But here's the real magic. When stress drops and testosterone rises, something else happens while you sleep, something most men have no idea is even possible. Sleep is something most people take for granted until they start losing it. I've sat across from men in their 60s and 70s who say, "I sleep, but I wake up tired," or "I wake up every 2 hours like clockwork." What many don't realize is that poor sleep isn't just about fatigue, it's the foundation for everything, especially hormonal health. One patient I treated, Francisco, 68, could barely sleep through the night. After 1 week of using the Clove method before bed, he told me, "I'm finally dreaming again and waking up with something I hadn't felt in years." Your body produces most of its testosterone during the deepest stages of sleep, those quiet, uninterrupted hours when your system repairs itself. If you're tossing and turning or waking frequently, your body never gets the chance to rebuild. The result? Lower testosterone, less motivation, and yes, weaker erections. What makes cloves so effective is that they gently calm the nervous system while improving blood flow at the same time. Eugenol opens the vessels, while beta-caryophyllene calms the brain. Together, they create the perfect environment for recovery, not just from the day, but from years of wear and tear. If sleep has become something you dread instead of something that restores you, this simple nighttime ritual can change everything. But there's another hidden saboteur of erections that most men never even think to check. It doesn't start in your bloodstream. It starts in your mouth. Most men are shocked when I say that one of the biggest threats to their erections may be hiding right behind their smile. It sounds strange, I know, but time and again, I've seen men struggling with weak blood flow, low energy, and chronic fatigue, only to discover the real culprit was inflammation starting in their gums. I remember a patient, Carlos, 72, who had almost given up on restoring his sex life. Nothing was working. Then, in a casual conversation, he mentioned that his gums bled every time he brushed. Suddenly, everything made sense. Your mouth is one of the fastest pathways to your bloodstream. When bacteria from gum disease enter your circulation, they spread silent inflammation throughout your entire body. And those tiny vessels we talked about earlier, the ones responsible for erections, are the first to be affected. It's like trying to pump water through a garden hose clogged with mud. The pressure is there, but the flow is blocked. What makes cloves so valuable here is their natural antiseptic power. Eugenol is a strong antibacterial compound that targets harmful microbes right at the source, your gums. When you chew whole cloves, the oils penetrate the tissues and clean as they go. It's not just about fresh breath. It's about clean blood. When your mouth is healthy, your circulation improves. And when your circulation improves, your manhood responds. If you've been neglecting your oral health, it may be time to rethink everything. But here's the exciting part. When you start using cloves consistently, the changes appear faster than you might imagine. One of the most rewarding parts of my work is hearing how small, consistent changes create real transformations. I remember a man named Tomas, 65, from Salvador. He started the Clove method a little skeptical. He had tried supplements, pills, and powders before. Nothing lasted. I told him, "Give it 30 days, just 1 minute a day. Watch what happens." And he did. What followed was a quiet but powerful shift, the same shift I've seen in countless men. In the first 7 days, most men feel something subtle, a lightness in the chest, a gentle warmth in the lower body. Sleep becomes a little deeper. Mornings feel a little less sluggish. It's not dramatic. It's foundational. Your body is adjusting. Your blood is moving. Around day 14, the changes start to accelerate. You may notice sharper mental clarity and greater emotional stability. Waking up becomes easier. Some men report spontaneous erections or stronger morning erections, something they thought had disappeared forever. Confidence returns, not just in the bedroom, but in how you carry yourself. And by day 30, the deepest changes settle in. Circulation feels stronger. Erections feel firmer and more consistent. You're sleeping better, handling stress more easily, and feeling present in your own body again. You're not chasing youth. You're reclaiming vitality. But here's what makes this even more meaningful. It's not just what the clove does for your body, it's what it awakens in your spirit. Because when you start feeling strong again, you show up differently in every area of your life. And that brings us to something every man needs to hear, especially if you've quietly wondered whether your best years are behind you. If you've made it this far, I want to say something from the heart. You are not broken. I've had so many men sit across from me, ashamed, defeated, wondering what happened to the man they used to be. They whisper about how they've lost their spark, how they feel invisible, how their strength seems to be slipping through their fingers. I always tell them the same thing. Decline is not your destiny. You are not finished. You are simply disconnected from your own power. Because here is the truth. Your body remembers, your mind remembers. Even if it's been years since you felt fully alive, the systems that once gave you energy, intimacy, and drive are still inside you. They've just been buried under stress, poor circulation, sleepless nights, and silent inflammation. But these things can be reversed, not with magic, not with miracles, but with simple natural tools and the courage to begin again. What cloves represent is not just a spice. It's a signal to your body that it's time to wake up, that you are ready to heal, ready to feel strong, centered, and confident again. The results don't come overnight, but they are real. And what starts with a small change in circulation can spread to every part of your life. So don't measure your worth by how you feel right now. Measure it by the man you are becoming. One day, one decision, one clove at a time. Now that you've made it this far, you're probably wondering exactly what to do next. Let's put it all together, because your plan for lasting strength starts right here. Here is your next step. Buy a small jar of whole cloves. Keep it somewhere visible so you'll remember. Every day, take just 2 or 3. Gently crack them between your molars, hold, then chew. Just 60 seconds. That's all it takes to start changing how you feel, sleep, and perform. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Your body has not given up on you. It was only waiting for a signal, and now you've found it. 1 minute, 1 clove, 1 decision. Your strength is coming back. Welcome back. To supercharge the effects of cloves even more, consider these complementary strategies. Combine the clove ritual with a spoonful of pure honey. Honey contains boron, a mineral linked to testosterone production, and also helps balance blood sugar, another key factor for hormonal health. Add a 10-minute light walk after chewing cloves in the morning. Physical movement amplifies the circulation the eugenol has just triggered, letting the benefits reach every cell faster. Practice deep breathing while chewing. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2. Exhale through your mouth for 6. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, allowing your body to absorb and use the active compounds even better. Choose high-quality cloves. Organic is best. They contain higher levels of essential oils. The cloves should have a strong, intense aroma. If the scent is weak, they've likely lost some of their potency. Store your cloves in an airtight container away from direct light and heat. This preserves the active compounds longer, and if possible, buy fresh whole cloves regularly instead of keeping a large stock for many months. For men already taking blood pressure or circulation medication, note that cloves can enhance those effects. Always consult your doctor before starting this protocol, especially if you take anticoagulants or hypertension drugs. Cloves have been used in traditional Brazilian medicine for generations. Healers in the interior of Minas Gerais and the Amazon region have long recognized their power to restore male vitality. This generational wisdom now finds validation in the latest medical research from USP and UNIFESP. What impresses me most about this method is its simplicity. In a world of complex, expensive solutions, something so small and accessible can make such a profound difference. It's a reminder that nature has already provided many of the answers we're looking for. Many of my patients ask whether they should keep using cloves once they start seeing results. My answer is always the same. Think of cloves not as a temporary treatment, but as a lifelong practice. Just like you brush your teeth every day to maintain oral health, the clove ritual can become your daily way to maintain circulation and vitality at any age. Start today. Don't wait for the perfect consultation, the perfect product, or the perfect moment. Your body is ready to heal now. Your journey back to strength and confidence begins with this one simple step. I often tell my patients, the male body has an incredible capacity for regeneration, no matter your age. I've seen men of 75, 80, even 85 recover sensations and functions they thought were gone forever. The secret is consistency, faith in the process, and the willingness to give your body the tools it needs. If this video was helpful for you, subscribe here to the Jornada de Cura channel. Turn on the bell for the next videos. Leave a like and write the word clove in the comments to receive our complete guide with the detailed protocol and more secrets to maximize your results. In the next video, I'll reveal the 3 Brazilian foods that, when combined with the clove method, can amplify results by up to 300%. They're ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen, but you never imagined they could transform your intimate health so deeply. I'm Dr. Ana Cardoso, and I'll see you in the next video of Jornada de Cura.